Hello, beautiful soul family. I do believe we are live. I'll just wait a couple of moments to see that we are synchronized and connected and that you can hear me and that I can feel you, which I can. And I want to welcome you to a new month. As we say in Greece, Kalomina. Everybody you meet today, they're always saying Kalomina, Kalomina, happy new month, good new month. We never said that in England. I never remember saying that to anybody in England before. So a warm welcome to this March forecast today. There's so many aspects coming up in March. It's a very busy month. There's a lot happening. And the energies are quite diverse, which is why I called it parallel worlds, because it may seem as though you're living in parallel worlds, or you feel as though you're living in a parallel reality to other people. It's like they're so different. They're so polarized in many ways. So it's sunny in Colorado. Kalomina from Lefkada. Hello, Katerina. Scotland, Ghana. Tiffany, wow. Derbyshire in England. Devon in the UK, and you just moved home from the outback of Australia. Elizabeth, welcome home. Devon, Jen in Devon, Julie in San Clemente, excuse me, California. Marissa, hello in Miami. Ray from Lebanon. Sally in Costa Blanca. Wow, Linda in Canada. Kibara from Nairobi, wow. Herzliche Grüße aus Basel, says Ursula. Hello. Haya from Dublin. Miss Makaba from Orlando, Pennsylvania. Woo, it's all coming fast. Slovenia, Tomasz, hello. Barry Lils from Estonia, Miriam from Holland. Excuse me. It's so exciting. It's just so rich to come together. So I'm honored that you're here and that you are excited to share here the possibilities that we've got coming up for this month of March. So, first thing to say, oh, in Romania, you offer small trinkets with a red and white silk. Thank you, Mara. Isn't it great how we all have these different rituals, customs, things that we do? And I love it when I'm in another country. It's like, oh, they do this here. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. So, we're dealing largely with a big transition month, okay? We're in the mutable energies. Pisces is a mutable sign, so it's when the seasons begin to change. If you look at all the mutable signs, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, these are all the times, depending where you live, of course, but generally, where the season changes. Not, of course, if you're in Ecuador, you're on the equator. But this is a time when there's an opportunity for metamorphosis, for metamorphosing. And we're coming to the end of the zodiac here. Yeah, we're now in astrological times. We're at the end. The focus for a lot of this month is on Aquarius and Pisces, the last two signs. A bit of Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So let's say the last three signs are a big focus for us this month. So it'd be very helpful for you to know in your chart where you've got these last three signs. I mean, you may be a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Pisces. You may have planets in Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. You may be a mutable sign. So all these you're going to get a lot of activation this month. But see where the signs, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, which houses are they in your chart? If you don't have your chart, you can get your free chart from my website, yourastrologysigns.com. If you go to reports and free report, you'll find it there. So see which houses are getting activated for you. Because we're dealing with such different frequencies. And that's what I'm wanting to share with you, the different frequency energies that we're dealing with. So the energy of Aquarius, which is very strong this month because we've got Saturn and Venus and Mars going into Aquarius together on the 6th of the month. So I'll come to that. So there's a big Aquarian energy going on. And Aquarius rules science, rules the logical mind. It's very logical. It's very quirky. It's very individualistic. But nonetheless, it's got a scientific, technological frequency to it. Whereas Pisces is the mystical, is the invisible, is anything but scientific, thank you very much. It's the intuitive. Let me tune into you. Yeah, I can tune in, intuitive. Yeah. So these are very different frequencies. And it's going to be important this month to make sure that you are able to access both frequencies, because they're both coming at you. So if you can know that these are the energies coming, and it's great, many of you are finding which houses you're in, it's great, good, because that's what I'm wanting to do, is to empower you. Whenever I put out a live stream or a webinar or anything at all, for you to begin to familiarize yourself, if you can, with your own chart, and see what's coming and what's being activated and how you can use it as constructively as possible. So we're dealing with the practical, the prove it to me, show it to me energy, as well as the big dream, the invisible forces, the unseen forces. The beings that are all around us. I don't know about you, but I can feel the beings all around. And I know that many of you do. And I think that one of the easiest ways to tune into all the beings is through the animals and the trees and the plants and the flowers and everything. Mother Nature is really, it's just got all the frequencies. It's got the whole gamut. And so we're dealing with technology. You're going to have your nose in technology for sure. But also, are you taking the Pisces time to rest, to relax, to surrender to your body? Maybe needing to rest, maybe needing just to be gentle. Because the Aquarian energy can be a little bit tough. Yeah, it's got a certain toughness, especially as we've got Saturn in Aquarius this month. So it's got a little bit of an edge to it, potentially. Whereas the Pisces energy is just like, it's swimming. Think of fish, they're swimming. Yeah? Unless you stick them in an aquarium, I don't think fish know boundaries. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm doing them a total injustice, and I'm sorry, fish, if that's the case. But they go round things, they go round obstacles. Yeah, they don't hit them head on. So these again are the different kinds of energies that we're working with. So we're starting out the month. Third eye activated. Love that. Passing through to give high vibes. Thank you. We like that. So you may find that you'll have people who are not going with the flow at all, and people who are going too much with the flow and don't have any structure or any direction and are somewhat directionless. So again, you're working with these different frequencies and you're wanting to find the balance between the two. It's also a time of closures. Yeah, because once we move into Aries time, which happens on the 21st of this month, and it's spring in the Northern Hemisphere, then we get a burst of new and different energy. So you might be tidying up loose ends, dealing with things that just needed to be dealt with in the first 3 weeks of this month. And then if there was ever a month to launch something, to activate something, to do something new, to do something different, this is the month from 0 degrees Aries. But I'll come to that. I don't want to get too ahead of things. So 2nd of March is the new moon tomorrow, or today in Australia. It's the new moon in Pisces. So the new moon in Pisces at 12 degrees, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Neptune all together in Pisces, Pluto, Venus and Mars in Capricorn, Saturn and Mercury in Aquarius. So we've got 3 sets of conjunctions. It's very unusual. So it's almost like energy is moving more quickly to different frequencies. And you get to choose which frequency am I tuning into right now. So we've got the Piscean energy, which is an energy of hope, an energy of possibility, an energy of we can do this, we've got this covered. There are other solutions, there are other ways of handling this. We don't have to go back to the old. Let's envision a new world. Let's envision a peaceful world. Yes, there's a huge amount of energy and positivity at the time of this new moon. And at the same time, we've got a more heavy energy between the Pluto, the Mars and Venus in Capricorn, and the Saturn-Mercury energy in Aquarius. This is, it's quite militaristic, it's giving orders, and I think we're seeing, sadly, tragically, some of that playing out right now. So it's, again, this almost a parallel reality. We're being shown some horrific things that we must change, but we're also being shown that we must believe that we can create a new and better world. Yeah. WIP. Happy to be alive today. Love that. Hoping you are all blessed today. So you may be feeling this energy, a part of you feeling like, oh, there's new possibilities, there's new creative energies. And then a part of you feeling sad, maybe frustrated, maybe exhausted with all the realities of other things that are going on. So on the 3rd of the month, it will be the last time, unless we really raise our frequencies, it's the last time that Pluto and Mars are going to conjunct, probably in our lifetimes. It's not going to happen for another 200 and odd years. But I do say it's possible if we raise ourselves to a much higher frequency, then living for hundreds of years, of course, is possible and doable, but not when we're at this much denser, slower energetic that's very degenerative. So it's a possibility, excuse me. So the Mars and the Pluto is, it just pushes ahead with its own agenda. So power plays, pushing for power, pushing for strength, wanting to overthrow somebody that you feel is an enemy. But we're coming to the end of this cycle, potentially. All right? Potentially, we are coming to the end of that cycle. Okay, we had that previously around the lockdowns. When the lockdowns started, we had it again around the time when the vaccinations begin to come out, and now we've got it again. And I think this could mean, especially as on the 6th of the month, Venus and Mars go into Aquarius together at 0 degrees. And this is echoes of December 2020, when we had Jupiter and Saturn going to Aquarius 0 degrees. If I'm sure many of you remember that, that was a real turning point. So it looks as though there's a strong possibility that we may be really at the end of the pandemic, or something to do with the pandemic is closing. Something changes. Something shifts. And it's also an opportunity, Venus and Mars into Aquarius, at 0 degrees. This is a wonderful time. You must start to do your own thing. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Are you doing in your life what you love? Are you doing the work you love? Are you doing the things that you enjoy? I'm going to wait a moment for feedback because I really want to get a sense. Your soul family, my guess is that many of you will be, but maybe many of you not yet, or not confident enough yet. Reiki Truth, oh yes. Sue, no. Bright Star, yes. You might want to share what it is that you do that you really enjoy. Let's start that. Ben Vinder, not yet. Put not yet, all right? Rather than no, not yet, please. Jet, yes. Susie, yes and no. All right, I like that one. It's a very Piscean answer. It's a very Gemini answer, yes. What you want changes, that's all right. Henry, half. Okay, wonderful. Oh, Laura just had her first paid synastry reading. Okay, coherence healing. Energy work, not yet. No, okay. Erin, mothering your 6-year-old is an awesome life fulfillment. Beautiful. Woo-hoo! Okay, excellent. All right, so for those of you that are doing it, I encourage you to encourage those around you and anybody else, I bet you do anyway, to really encourage everybody, because this Aquarian energy is coming again. Saturn's in Aquarius as well. It's saying now, this is time to do something about finding your own unique, eccentric, crazy way doing what you love, and finding a way to do what you love. Maybe you do it little by little by little, and that's all right. But resolve with this 0 degrees Aries point coming up on the 21st of March. I will do something. Inspired says knitting is heaven. Sally is saying making art. Beautiful. All right, but Emmy, you're starting. Katie's healing herself before healing others. Great. But just resolve. And even if you are doing what you love, what else can you do that you love? All right, let's keep adding to this. Because Venus in Aquarius is doing what you love, whether anybody else likes it or not, whether anybody else approves of it or not. I mean, in my day as a woman, it didn't matter whether you had no career. Yeah, it was not important. I remember my dad saying to me, well, it doesn't matter, you're only a girl. You can study music if you want. Good job you're not a boy. It's like, wow. So all these expectations from people, rub it off, rubbish it. Aquarius energy, Venus in Aquarius, doing what you live. Reiki Truth, a list of dreams coming on. Love it. Making a living from your writing. Narissa, yes. Beautiful. And maybe helping refugees. Yes. Sue, nature, being in nature, talking to the birds. All right, it's going to be important now as we move into New Earth, as we move into the kinds of energies that are coming up, especially even in April. Ailsa is opening a global coaching again. Okay, Danny, not yet. I like that, not yet. So then make a list of at least 200 things that give you pleasure if you're not doing what you love yet. Maybe you don't know it yet. That's okay. All right. But this is a time now to let your weird flag fly. Hey, if I can do it with astrology and channeling and art and music and teddies, you can do it. Yeah, you might need to study. So, okay, make a commitment to study. Yeah, you might need to launch a website. So make a commitment to launch a website. You might need to write that book and publish it yourself. Yeah, 200 things, Radhika. All right, Sherry's learning astrology, wants to be an astrologer. Fabulous. Yes. You're going in the right direction. All right, so this is such a good time because we've got the visionary energy of Pisces and we've got the individuality of Aquarius pushing you to say, right, I'm going to do it, because you know what? It's super toxic when you're not doing what you enjoy doing. And I think I realized it even more just this last couple of days. Okay, I went to just get some blood tests done, routine stuff, to a local clinic. And I go in and I'm genuinely friendly. I'm happy to see people. Kali of the Mara, Tikaname, how are you? Happy New Week, whatever it is. And they are miserable as sin in this clinic. And it's like the woman who took the blood, she was like, lean back, push me back. And, she's going in, she said, open your eyes. I'm like, excuse me, how, I'm just because I just go into a meditative place and I just thank my body and whatever. And it was just, I was ordered about. She didn't have a big enough plaster to, I wasn't bleeding a lot, but the plaster she put on didn't do the trick. So I just wanted a bigger plaster, which they didn't have. So they sent me out, blood dripping down my arm. I went to the pharmacy and it was cleared up, but the toxic energy of people not doing what they like doing, it was like you could tell they didn't enjoy doing what they were doing. And it affected everybody around. And contrast that to today when I went to see the dermatologist. Everybody welcoming me. Hello, I'm nice to see you. They hardly know me. I've only been once before. And she found a little thing. She said, I'm going to remove this right away. It's no problem, nothing. I didn't have time to think, nothing. She held my hand. She said, it's no problem. Let me just 1, 2, 3. It was all done. And I came out of there from what was actually more of a procedure, happy, feeling good, in a very positive energy, because the people were doing what they were enjoying, right? All of them, the secretary, the girls, the helpers, all of them. So just know that as we move to the higher frequencies, it's more and more important that you find what you love, because jobs are not going to be the same. JOBs are not going to be around anymore in the way that they used to be. It's changed since the pandemic, and good, largely. So don't expect jobs in the way that they were. You need to create your own job, your own work, your own environment. That's what this energy is about. So I can't stress that more, just in those tiny experiences that I just had in the last couple of days. And you'll be amazed, you know, even in the supermarket, wherever you go, the vibes, I'm fine, thank you, Annika. I'm absolutely fine. But the healing process, and Pisces energy has to do with healing and health and well-being. A doctor's vibes can make you well. You know, you don't even need the medicine so much as you need the vibes. And that emotional, you know, you don't need them to be lovey-dovey necessarily. But you just need them to be enjoying what they do. So if you're in the medical profession, above all, if you're touching people or doing something, even with food, if you're cooking for people, you know what it's like. When I used to go to my Auntie Jenny's for Friday night dinner, I couldn't wait. It was like it was the nicest dinner of the week because so much love had gone into it. So notice vibes, and I think we're going to be feeling vibes more and more, and especially soul family vibes here. We feel it in the chat. I noticed a couple of days ago in the chat, it was great. I think there was somebody who was a little bit disruptive, and so many of you just gathered it together and said, we're not having it. You don't belong here, right? It was just like, off you go. You know, it's a bit like a piece of something dropped into your food that doesn't belong there. So, yeah, I just want you to know it's not misery. It's just that becoming more aware of energies and frequencies and making a decision about walking out of somewhere if you need to. You know, it's like, hey, this doesn't resonate well, don't feel good. And if you've been in a kind of heavy energy, which may be around with this Saturn, Venus and different energies coming up, for me, all I needed to do was just get in the shower or just even put my head underwater, and the frequencies really shift quite quickly. So do whatever it is that shifts your frequency as quickly as you can. Okay. And yeah, many don't want to fight anymore. We don't want to fight anymore. It's not the way. It's not the way of the higher frequencies, because a higher frequency, I mean, the light that Jesus would have put out, for example, I mean, can you imagine that light of the pure beam of love? Those energies can't penetrate. So imagine if we're putting out that energy of beaming energies. Yeah. So that's Venus and Mars on the 6th. On the 10th, we have got, yes, Brianna, yes, it's so much easier to love. It feels amazing. And you know when you're going in the wrong direction because it feels awful. If it feels awful, chances are you're not going in the right direction. So, Mercury and Pisces on the 10th of March. So this is gentle. This has a gentle energy, a thoughtful energy, a kind energy. It's very beautiful. It's about thinking the vision, visualizing the vision, maybe writing about it. It's extremely creative. And it's an opportunity really to practice the words of kindness. Yeah, really begin to practice them at that point. I mean, you can do it sooner, of course. We're in the build up to it now. And then on the 18th of the month, so the 2nd of the month is the new moon, that's tomorrow. And the 18th of the month is the full moon in Virgo. So we've got this Pisces Virgo energy. Pisces has got the dream. Virgo says, right, what are the details of that dream? How do we break it down into bite-sized pieces and make it real? How do we make this real? How much money do we need? What's the plan? So we need the Virgo energy. Yeah, we need that Virgo energy. So we can welcome that Virgo energy on the 18th. It's going to be surrounded by a lot of different kinds of energies, which I'll go into. But the Virgo full moon is a wonderful time for decluttering, cleaning, sorting, getting rid of what you no longer need. And that might be also a great time, especially just after the full moon, because on the waning moon is the best time to start detoxing. But if you want to detox just after that full moon on the 18th, for that next couple of weeks is a really, really good window, because you've got the Virgo energy really helping to do that. So it's also a wonderful time for healing, health, well-being. And I think that's a lot of the focus of this month. So any kind of medical checkup that you need to do, good time to do it. Any kind of alternative health, healing, learning about that. It's a really, really good time to do it. And to look at what changes do I maybe need to make in my diet? Are there any supplements that I need to add, subtract, change? It's a really, really good time for that. It's also Virgo Pisces has a lot to do with animals, our dear animal brothers and sisters. So many of you may find yourself getting more involved with the animal world. Now, on the 19th and the 21st, we've got some square energy. Venus squares with Uranus on the 19th, and Mars in Aquarius squares with Uranus on the 25th. So to me, this has a lot of ups and downs or changes in relationships. Don't be surprised. Venus would rule money and relationships. So in relationships, you might find yourself going in and out, backwards and forwards, not quite knowing where you are, or suddenly meeting somebody, or suddenly finding somebody from overseas, or suddenly from your past coming back into your life. Sudden changes in relationships, but also sudden changes financially. We might see some shifts in gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. I think there's some significant shifts in cryptocurrencies coming around that time. What I would say is, how do I feel about cryptocurrencies? I'm still in the learning curve, doing a lot of learning. I think that it's important to learn about them. It's important because as we get into Uranus in Gemini time, for sure, cryptos or something like cryptos are going to be much more widely accepted. The thing is, though, I think there's going to be a fallout of many of the cryptocurrencies between now and then. The question is which ones are going to remain on the boards and which ones may just go pop. So there are going to be opportunities to make fortunes and equally lose fortunes. For those of you that are into this, you may be able to make a lot of money, as I say, but there also could be a lot of losses involved. So if you're just learning, I would say do it with very small amounts of money. Just play, okay? Joyful focus. I love that. You're retired, you work a part-time retail job, and you give as much positive energy as you can. Woo! Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. So you just may find, I think we're going to see big shifts around that, sort of around the middle of the month, to do with currencies, to do with gold, silver, to do with commodities, to do with cryptos. And it's going to be very, very turbulent. So anything that you do that is speculative, only use money that you can afford to lose. Okay. That being said, because Mars is going to square Uranus on the 21st, 22nd, this is a little bit warlike. This can be a bit antagonistical, not terribly friendly, but it's quite short-lived. The important date is the 21st of the month, when the sun goes into Aries. So 0 degrees of Aries is the start point of the zodiac. So think about what it is you want to start, want to launch, want to do differently, want to explore, want to learn, whatever it is. Launch or do something around that 21st date. I'm launching my new set of webinars starting on the 22nd. That starts the 22nd of the month. I'm going to be doing a series of 12 webinars, one a month for each sign. And remember that you've got every sign in your chart. We'll cover a sign, its ruling planet, and the house. So we're going to go into the houses. Most people don't understand the houses. Know a little bit, but there's a lot more to the houses. There are whole books written on the houses. So each month we'll dive deeper into your chart, and I'm very excited about launching that around the Aries point. So what is it you want to launch? And then it's a great time these next 3 months to do anything creative. Yeah, with all this Pisces energy, use that creative energy. Yeah, super creative stuff it is. So what am I doing creatively? My next project, and I have started it, is I'm creating a Pleiadian messages card deck. So we'll have 52 cards, or however many cards the Pleiadians decide, with paintings that are channeled and with messages from the Pleiadians. And I'm going to be sharing with you, however they will decide together, maybe once a week, maybe once every day or two, a card from the deck. You'll be able to get your own cards if you want. So that's my latest creative project, which I'm very excited about. So what are your creative projects? Yeah, let's share. What are you thinking about doing? I don't think I'm really ready to launch that on the 21st, but okay, it's starting to move forwards. So I just want you to know if I can do it at my age, so to speak, although I have to say I feel about 22 in age some of the time. Yeah, inner Shanti, yoga classes, workshops, love it, love it, love it. J. Mitch, learn needle felting. Karen Macrame, woohoo, creating a podcast. Lovely, building a new greenhouse, says Marie-Louise. Yeah, woohoo! Excellent. Pat's going to make over a garden. Beautiful. All right, Preeti wants to start writing. So this is great. But this is, just know that you're going with this energy at the moment. Yeah, you're kind of, you're going downstream, as Abraham would say, as Esther Hicks would say. Christy getting back into art. Marcel folding origami. Oh, I love origami. Renovate kitchen, Lisa. Love you too, Nessa. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So Now, what else do we have? On the 23rd, Mercury conjuncts with Neptune. This is beautiful for dreams, big dreams. It's also quite confusing, so we may find a lot of people a bit confused, but equally dreams, visions, messages coming to you, prophetic information coming, very intuitive. Or he may 07, quit your job at Walmart to be self-employed. Yes, go, go, go. Yep, reverse aging, absolutely, Logan, with you on that. There's all sorts coming. But I do believe, maybe I'm wrong about this, that we won't be given the higher technologies until we have higher frequencies and we stop fighting each other. I really believe that that has to be the way. And that then we will be allowed to have those higher technologies. I have a feeling we have to earn it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I love this community, by the way. Thank you, Tesseract, wishing Orimea good luck. Yeah, I love the way that you support one another here. It's deeply heartening, beautiful. Ada, self-employed to do art, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Woo-hoo! You see, just encouraging one another. That's all it takes. Bit of encouragement. Just that bit of encouragement. Okay. So, on the 28th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn. Mercury goes into Aries, so we start to get this strong Aries energy. And we're kind of like March, kind of April is a really highlight month, right? April is like, you know, the conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. And then at the same time, Saturn and Mars conjunct in April. So we've got the mystical, the scientific again, the optimistic, the bit of pessimistic, the limitless, the limited, yeah, the boundless, the somewhat restricted. So we're dealing with these different frequencies as we approach the April time. It's like, ooh, yeah. So this is very much a build-up month. So Birgit, love is the only answer. And I love you guys so much, yeah? Whether you're listening now or later, I think of you. I send you positive energies. The more that we can do that with one another, you'd be amazed what we can heal, what we can accomplish. Yeah. Beautiful. So I just want to wish you a wonderful March. I think I've given you quite a lot to work with. And I'll end with a quote by Confucius. I would like to play you something on the piano, but I haven't got the new microphone set up yet. And I'm not sure whether it'll work. I'll tell you what, I'll try it anyway, because I've got a tune that I want to play. But Confucius says, because this is all about balance this next couple of months, balance is the perfect state of still water. Let that be our model. Balance is the perfect state of still water. Let that be our model. Music is the weapon. All right, so I'm not sure that this is going to work. With the camera, with the sound, it feels like a very big risk. But since I keep telling you to take risks, I suppose I really should do it. So how to do this realistically. Okay, look, I'll take a chance. Because what I want to play for you, because I feel that this song, it's called Spread a Little Happiness. And it's anyway, I'm thinking about how I'm going to do this. So let's just see. All right. I'll know in a minute whether you can hear me. So I'm going to go over here. I'm taking you over here with me. Let's see if I can do this. It's a big risk. Now, I don't know if that's anywhere near the piano. Can you see a piano? Yes, you can see a piano, I think. Right, I'm going to now. Can you see the piano? All right. Let's start with that. Okay. Yes, you can. You can see painting things as well, but never mind. You can see the teddies. Okay. So here we go. Let's see if this works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And anything that is syncopated like this, it's very much skipping. So it's always got a joyful rhythm. So spread a little happiness, even when the darkest clouds are in the sky. First of all, did you hear that? I don't know if you did. Let's see. Did you? Oh dear. Now I can't get the camera back on. Okay, let's see if that worked. Did it work? No, I think I might have lost the connection altogether. Oh dear. Well, not to worry. Spread a little happiness, even when the darkest clouds are in the sky. You mustn't cry and you mustn't sigh. Just spread a little happiness as you go by. So hopefully by the next time I play some music, I'll have a proper microphone and it'll be much more enjoyable to listen to. So much, much love to you. Don't forget to spread a little happiness wherever you go. Much love to you.